Yes. For me, if MTN gives us 20%, they'll still remain in business and will still do well because they have the numbers. But then the other operators, I don't know what goes into the operational cost. But I can tell for MTN that they have huge numbers. So the number of cell sites they have erected around, they have huge numbers. We all know, we see the figures. At the NC report. Okay. So for me, I think that they can do better than that. That's why I said earlier on that the announcement coming from the minister with the specific figures, I am surprised.
But the minister mentioned that he met with the chief executive officers of these MNOs, and they had to agree on the figures that he mentioned yesterday. All right,
that's fine. But I'm thinking that the bigger operator can still do more. But then again, the other side of the coin is that if MTN is willing to give 20% increase in the data value, then what happens to the smaller operators who cannot afford that?
So that was the question that I was about asking. Would that not still kill the other smaller operators in the country?
Exactly. It will definitely kill. So the pricing of the data, the price per gigabit of data also is determined by competition. Yes, it's determined by competition because there are some operators who cannot afford a certain pricing model. There are some who can afford. MTN can afford to price lesser than all the other operators because they have the numbers. They have all spent the same amount of money, more or less, to build the infrastructure. Okay? But then they have the numbers. The smaller operators, having spent the same amount of investment, don't have the numbers in order to break even. So they will be looking at what minimum pricing they can give. That can keep them in business. But MTN can look at, okay, we can price much more cheaper, but because we have the numbers.